Before I joined the Time+Tide team, I actually worked as a watch specialist in store for Piaget in New York City. It was an incredible entry experience into the watch industry. Each day I would get to handle all of their latest watches, winding and setting each watch before placing them in the display case. And I remember each time I would set up the case of Polo watches, I would be thinking, were I CEO, I would make one change to this watch. At the time in 2020, the Polo was available only on either a bracelet or leather strap. It looked nice on a leather strap, but I felt rubber was sorely missing from the offering. It is a 100-meter water-resistant watch after all. I would even offer this suggestion to the Piaget team when the specialists were surveyed for their thoughts. Lo and behold, towards the end of my tenure, the Polo Skeleton would be introduced with an interchangeable rubber strap and bracelet. And at Watches and Wonders 2022, a black Piaget Polo Date on a black rubber strap was introduced. A year later, the watch we have today would arrive, the Piaget Polo Field with a green dial and matching rubber strap. I would say you could thank me for this evolution, but it might be a bit of a stretch. Looking at the Piaget Polo Field, I can understand why someone would question what is actually different from the Polo Date. They are nearly identical in design. The Piaget Polo Field has the same 42mm diameter, slender 9.4mm thickness, and wrist-friendly 46.5mm lug-to-lug span across the wrist as the Polo S or Polo Date as it now seems to be called. The case geometry remains the same as well, with the concept being a cushion within a circle. The shape of the sapphire crystal tricks the eye into thinking this is a facet-framed dial, when in reality the shape of the case itself is a rather conventionally soft and rounded circle. It even continues to use the same automatic manufacture 1110p movement. So, where is this watch actually different from the previous Polos? You might think it is the green dial, but the color itself is not new. Two limited edition Polo S watches were introduced with this rather iridescent green dial. Why limited edition? It has bestseller potential. This Polo Field, however, rectifies the problem, as it is not a limited edition model, and it has a subtle switch up to the dial texture that offers more distinguishment from the previous green limited editions. Ultimately, this is the only difference: a break in the pattern of horizontal teak striations that switches to a thicker width and creates a sense of a central medallion on the dial. The handset and shape of the applied indices remains the same, with all except the central seconds hands given a luminous filling. The horizontal teak pattern of the dial extends to the dial matching rubber strap through a channeled center. It is also an interchangeable strap, so it can be easily removed and swapped with other straps you can purchase from Piaget separately. But I think we all know this watch is living its best life on the green strap it comes on. Exhibited inside of the Polo Field, the automatic manufacture 1110p is a hackable 4 Hz movement adorned with circular striping and graining, beveling, and blued screws, and it's armed with a standard 50 hours of power reserve. With the introduction of this green Polo Field, purchasers of the previous green Polo S limited editions may feel a tad slighted, but ultimately Piaget's retcon of the Poloverse with this green Polo Field was the right move. It needed to be a more regular production offering. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me that the Polo looks best on a rubber strap, even better than how it looks on the bracelet? Hopefully we see a rapid expansion of the Polo Field line with even more colors, and in the spirit of me offering advice and manifesting new Polo releases, I would love to see Piaget, who has a rich history and mastery of stone dials, introduce onyx, malachite, or turquoise versions of the Polo Field. Just saying, Piaget. Come on, do it. Do it. The Piaget Polo Field is priced at 20,700 Australian dollars or 13,300 US dollars. I mentioned earlier it is not a limited edition, but it is limited to a production of 400 watches per year, so definitely inquire sooner rather than later if you're looking to get one soon. Well, thank you everyone for watching, but I would give you an even bigger thank you if you hit that subscribe button for all the latest watch content from Time+Tide. And in the tradition of my video reviews, Stay classy, San Diego. Just kidding. I'll see you on the next one.